What's up everybody, I'm Martin Miller and this is my new Guide to Picking Masterclass on JTC. I've literally taught thousands of people and this helped me really gauge what the problems are that a lot of people face when they're learning to use their picking hand efficiently. This comes in 3 parts. Part 1 is mostly based around rhythm and articulation, and I'm going to explain you the concept behind what I call the RDAP system. Part 2 is based around mechanics, speed, and swing. Good shuffle feel is something that any player, whether you play rock or blues or jazz, can benefit from. We're going to be looking at mechanics behind all the different techniques that are related to your picking hand. And that brings us to part 3, my personal alternate picking workout. It basically got me all the chops and speed that I have now within just a couple months. I'm sure we're going to get you to play faster and cleaner than you have before. The centerpiece of each of the volumes is a huge PDF with tons of thorough information and examples in it. Of course, all the examples are accompanied by fast and slow video demonstrations. Let me help you build a better foundation for your picking hand. This is Martin Miller's Guide to Picking, available now on jtcguitar.com. Download and stream. I really wanted to come up with a product that was very comprehensive and very thorough. So for the intermediate players, there's a lot of ground covered here that they may not have considered before or may not have anybody else heard talk about. Things like rhythm, articulation, tone, but all related to your picking hand. And for the advanced guys, we take it up all the way to the fast scales, sequences, arpeggios, cross picking, all that kind of good stuff. And not only is this masterclass filled to the brim with exercises and examples, but I'm also very proud of the etudes that I've written. They're essentially little pieces of music with really well-produced backing tracks that sound very cool and satisfying to play, but that are also specifically tailored to improve your playing. This comes in 3 parts. Part 1 is mostly based around rhythm. Rhythm is extremely closely related to your picking hand, and I'm going to explain you the concept behind what I call the RDAP system. Also, we're going to be looking at one of the most neglected topics in guitar, which is articulation. We're going to be looking at this topic from the point of view of the picking hand and how that relates to what your left hand is doing. Part 2 is based around mechanics, speed, and swing. The whole thing starts off with the swing and shuffle chapter. A good shuffle feel is something that any player, whether you play rock or blues or jazz, can benefit from. This is a topic that took me years and years to figure out, and I really didn't have anybody to show me the ins and outs of what constitutes good swing and good shuffle. Moving forward into the next section, we're going to be looking at mechanics, which examines the physical aspects behind all the different techniques that are related to your picking hand, whether that's palm muting, strumming, arpeggiating, scale shredding, cross-picking arpeggios, harmonics, tone. It's all in there in the mechanics section. And lastly, I show you my experience on how to get faster on the instrument. This chapter is based on my personal experience, but also the experience I've had with the thousands of students I've taught over the years. But very importantly, I've also attended a course by a professor that was talking about the science behind playing faster. And that knowledge that I've acquired there, I'm sharing with you in this masterclass. Part 2 of the Guide to Picking Masterclass also features a set of etudes. These are based around very interesting ideas when it comes to hand synchronization, hand positioning, and of course, gaining speed. And that brings us to part 3, in which I share with you my personal alternate picking workout. It basically got me all the chops and speed that I have now within just a couple months. And I'm giving you the exact exercises that I've used. I'm giving you the methodology that I've used behind it, the way you should practice these, which is almost more important than the exercises themselves. We're also going to be talking about economy picking extensively, or what I call organic economy picking. And part 3 concludes with 2 really tricky etudes, one based around economy picking and fast bursts, as well as some shuffle-based playing. And lastly, we got a monster of a cross-picking etude that was a workout for me, for sure. It's based around 2-note and 1-note per string playing, particularly arpeggio-based alternate picking, and I promise you this one's a real challenge. I really want to encourage all you intermediate players out there to really take a look at this masterclass. I'm sure you can take a ton from it. It's designed for you and with you in mind. And for all the advanced people out there, there's a ton of challenging material in here for sure, but you can also brush up on some of the things you may have missed along the way or you've kind of forgotten about. So really, if you're an intermediate or an advanced player, this masterclass is really for you. This is Martin Miller's Guide to Picking, available now on jtcguitar.com. Download and stream. Vielen Dank. Bye bye.